Hi, I'm Sarah, and I went to Marianne Yoga School in Costa Rica in 2013. I've since attended a retreat training with her in Jamaica, and I just went to an advanced training in Mexico in March, and it was amazing. So I'm so grateful for what I've learned through Marianne and her teachings. I've learned that yoga is so much more than just postures. It is an absolute way of life. So today we're gonna get started laying down on our backs. We're gonna do some hip opening, some upper body opening, and just kind of soften into our bodies. So join me on your mat if you have one, and let's get started. We're gonna go ahead and just lay down, come to a nice comfortable position. Extend your legs, extend your arms, close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Pause at the top of that breath and exhale, sigh through the mouth. Take this moment to just arrive on your mat. We'll spend the next several minutes just connecting with our bodies. So do a little check-in here. Notice how your feet are feeling. Maybe wiggle your toes or roll your ankles. Let's give yourself a nice little check-in. And move through the body. So check in with your legs, your knees. Notice any tension and just feel that. Allow your body to feel what it feels. Soften through the upper legs, the hips. Check in with your hands. Again, maybe you want to roll your wrists. Stretch your fingers out. Check in with your arms, your shoulders, your upper back, your chest. Allow your body to soften. Take another nice deep inhale through your nose here. Take these nice deep exhales. And then as you inhale, reach your arms up above your head, stretch nice and tall. Stretch your toes, point and flex. Reach your arms up, and as you exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Use your belly to pull those knees in, and just have your hands resting on your knees for that comfort. Rock side to side. You can circle your legs here. Notice that pressure on your hips and your low back. And just observe how that pressure feels in your body. We'll gently come back to our center, extend your arms out to the sides, and as you exhale, drop your knees over to one side and gaze towards the opposite fingertips here. As you breathe in, notice where the breath is going, and as you exhale, allow your body to soften. Inhale back to your center here. Take a moment to pause. Bring your hands back to your knees. Find those circles one more time. Notice the difference in your chest, your hips, your upper body, your back, and back to the center. We'll extend those arms and drop your knees over to the opposite side. Bring your gaze towards the opposite arm here. Nice inhale and exhales. On your next inhale, gently bring the knees back to the center. Give yourself a hug one more time. Rock side to side, or maybe find those circles. And from here, we're going to place our feet on the mat, about hip width distance apart. Reach your right leg up towards the sky, roll your ankle in one direction and then the other. Flex through your feet, point your toes. And then we're going to bring that right ankle onto our left knee and interlace your hands around that left thigh. So hug it in, be nice and gentle here. So you want to be able to feel that opening in your outer hip. You don't want to be forcing anything, so just allow that hip to soften. Really breathe in here. We're going to hold here for about a minute, so we really just want to let go, release tension, open. If it feels good, you can rock side to side. And really focus on that breath. So as you inhale, you expand. And as you exhale, you relax. As you continue breathing through this posture, notice if the lengthening or the sensation has moved from a different part of your leg or your hip. Maybe it's moved from the front to the back, the inside to the outside. But feel that lengthening and softening as we hold this posture. One more deep breath here. And as you exhale, gently release your hands. Release both feet wide to the edges of the mat. From here, for just a gentle counter pose, drop your knees from side to side. Move with your breath. Exhale down. Inhale up. We'll meet back at the center after you've done each side equal amounts. Come back. Bring your feet back to hip width distance apart. Reach that left leg up towards the sky. Roll your ankle. Both directions. Point and flex. And then we'll bring that left ankle onto our right knee and interlace your hands around your right thigh. Flex through both feet here. And again, just notice the sensations in your outer hip. My hips are really tight here, so I feel a lot of different things. And I'm just going to breathe into those sensations and allow them. We're going to hold here. Really focus on the breath. So as we use our breath to allow our outer hip to relax and soften, you can also use our mind. So tell yourself that it's okay to relax. You're here in a safe space. It's time to let go. And on your next exhale, gently release your hands. Release both feet, again, wide to the edges of the mat. Just going to center here once again. Drop your knees to one side and then the other. Moving slowly, mindfully. Notice where you feel the sensations in this movement. Right, one more time on each side. And then we'll come back to our center. From here, we're going to walk our feet in about hip-width distance apart, bringing your heels as close to your buttocks as you can. Reach over, grab your block. And as you inhale, we're gonna press in through the feet, squeeze the belly in, place your hands next to your sides, roll your shoulder blades back and down, press in through those feet, squeeze your belly, and slowly begin to lift. Once you come into a nice bridge posture, we're going to make it a supported posture. So place that block underneath your low back here. Bring your hands out to your sides. Just take a moment to notice how your body is feeling. Maybe your chest is tight like mine, and this is a little bit of a heart opener. Your hips might be tight as well. We're going to inhale, reach that right leg up towards the sky, and as you exhale, we're going to just straighten that leg and allow the foot to fall open. So we're opening through the front of the hip here. So just take a breath or two here. And then we're going to bring that foot back. So you can place it back. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Reach your opposite leg up. Extend the leg all the way down the mat. Feel that opening in the hip, in the front of the hip. 2 deep breaths here, in through the nose. One more. Inhale, we'll come back up. So you can either choose to stay here, or if you're comfortable and you can stay here all day, we'll add on from that little leg extension we did. So we're going to reach both legs up towards the sky here. And then we're going to just lower one down at a time. We're going to have both legs straight. If this is too much on in the front of your hips, you can always come back to one leg bent at a time. So we're just going to pause here, feel that opening in the front of your hips. We'll just continue with our nice deep breaths. On your next inhale, we're going to hug one knee into the chest, up towards the shoulder, out away from the ribs. So this is going to create a little bit more of a stretch and a lengthening on that opposite leg. So we'll take a couple breaths here. Inhale back to your center, reach that right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, extend the right leg, shake out the feet here. If you need to, I need to, readjust your block a little bit for a little bit more comfortable. You can do that. We'll extend both legs once again. Take a nice deep breath. And on your exhale, bring the opposite leg in, so hugging that knee into your chest. Up towards your shoulder, out away from your rib. Trying to keep both feet on the floor here. Feel that nice opening in the front of your hip. Take 2 more deep breaths here. As you exhale, extend that leg. Once again, both legs extended. Shake it out here for just a moment. Reach your arms up above your head. Nice big stretch. Hands come back down to the sides. Feet come back to the mat. You're gonna press into your feet again. Lift your hips, remove that block. Lower your hips all the way back down. And hug your knees into your chest. Rocking here, side to side. Finding those circles. And from here, we're going to roll all the way to one side. And use your hands to press yourself up into a seated position. So we're going to come into a cross-legged position. Bring your hands to your knees. You can keep your eyes open or close them here. Inhale, lift through the crown of your head. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Inhale, lift. And as you exhale, drop one ear to one shoulder. You can keep your eyes closed here. You're soft and focused. And then you're going to reach the arm of the ear that is up towards the sky down towards the mat. So feel that opening from your fingertips all the way up to your ear. Really breathe in here. Our necks are so important. They hold our big heads up. We just want to relax them. So from here, keep your head where it is. Bring your hand that's down towards the mat back to your knee. Bring your opposite hand to your ear. Gently press your head back to your center. And we're going to pause here for a moment. Notice how the right side of the neck feels and the left side of the neck. Notice how your right shoulder feels and your left shoulder feels. Always come back to the breath. Always stay with the breath. As you inhale, lift your chin up towards the sky. Open the front of the throat. Again, breathe in here. Inhale back to the center, pause. Then we're going to look over your right and your left. I think I got mine backwards. That's okay. Come back to the center. We're going to drop the chin down to the chest. And from here, you can just allow your head to hang down. If you could use a little bit more, you can place one hand on the top of your head, maybe two hands. These hands are not pushing or pulling. You're just allowing the weight of the arms, the elbows, to open up the back of the neck. So we're allowing gravity to do the work here. We'll gently release both hands. Inhale, we'll come back to the center. Once again, look from one side to the other. Back to center. This time we're going to stretch the opposite side. So inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, soften your shoulders. Drop the opposite ear to the opposite shoulder. So whichever side you didn't do, take a couple breaths here before we add anything on. Check in with your neck. Be nice and gentle here. And then extend that arm down towards the mat. Notice the stretch, the lengthening, the opening from your fingertips all the way up to your ear. And we're going to hold here. Really just allow that to soften. Maybe send some gratitude to your neck for holding up your head, gratitude for your head. All right, bring your hand back to your knee. Take your opposite hand to your ear. Inhale, gently press your head back to the center. Take a nice deep breath here and pause. Once again, we're going to inhale, lift the chin up towards the sky. Exhale back to center. Look over towards one shoulder and then the other. Back to center. Chin down to your chest. Inhale back to the center here. So with your hands on your knees, we're going to add in some arms, some chest, some just warming up the spine. All of our yoga poses originate from the spine, as Marianne always says. So as you inhale, we're going to come forward with your chest. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, forward. Exhale, rounding. One more time on this side. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Back to the center. Pause. And then we're going to move in the opposite direction. So same thing, inhaling forward, exhale, rounding. Inhale forward, exhale, rounding. One more time. Coming back to the center here. We're going to add in a little bit of a hip stretch. So we're going to reach your arms up towards the sky, stretch nice and tall. As you exhale, walk your fingertips down in front of you. So maybe you feel a deep stretch in your hip here, or maybe you don't, so we're going to walk forward, just moving slowly, listening to your body, breathing into it. I think I found my spot here, so I'm just going to breathe into it. So as I inhale, I expand, and as I exhale, I soften and maybe inch my fingers forward just a little bit more. This is another one of those postures we're going to hold for about a minute or so. So really focus on that breath. So as we hold the posture as well, notice if you feel this in your hip, or maybe you feel it in your low back, or both. And as we hold the posture, maybe you notice that the sensation moves from your hip to your back, or your back to your hip. Take a few more breaths here, but just allow your head to hang down now. Moving that stretch from your low back to maybe your upper back, your neck. And one more deep breath here. We'll inhale, slowly walk yourself back up. Just check in, notice how you feel, shake out your shoulders. And we're gonna extend our legs out in front of us, but before we do that, check in which leg is in the front. So my right leg is in the front, so we're gonna extend my legs, shake it out, wiggle my feet, my toes. And then we're gonna switch sides. So we're gonna cross our legs once again. This time have the opposite leg in front. So that might feel really weird, and that's okay. We're here to bring balance to our bodies. So we're gonna inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, gaze up. As you exhale, drop one hand down, lift through the opposite arm, and then gently bend down. So reach your gaze up towards the sky. Feel that opening through your side body. Open through your chest here. And again, like all of our postures, in through the nose, out through the nose. Exhale, soften and lengthen. Inhale to slowly reach up, both arms come up. And then exhale, drop the opposite hand down. Reach up and exhale over. Open through the chest, through the heart, through the side body. And then inhale up, both arms come up. Exhale, reach your arms, press your palms out. Maybe you feel a stretch in your forearms. I sure do. Bend, bring your hands into fists, drop those fists down, stretching the top of the forearms. Roll those wrists here, both directions. And then shake out your shoulders, both directions. Inhale, arms reach up. Once again, we're going to find a twist here. So we're going to bring one hand to your knee and the opposite hand behind your back. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, twist towards that back shoulder. It's kind of a gentle twist here. And then as you inhale, we'll come back up and exhale to the opposite side. Inhale up, exhale, opposite side. So we're just going to move back and forth here with your breath a few times. Nice dynamic movement before we hold. One more time on each side. And then as we go to the other side, we're going to hold here. So inhale, lift through the chest, exhale, twist, gaze towards that back shoulder, and take a couple breaths here. Inhale, bring your gaze forward, slowly unwind, reach your arms up. And exhale, opposite side, same thing. Inhale, lift, exhale, twist. We'll take 3 breaths here. Inhale, gaze forward, unwind, reach your arms up. Exhale, shake it out. Once again, let's do that. So we'll reach our arms up, and then we're gonna bring our palms out, stretch. Imagine you're just pushing, walls are coming into you, you're pushing them away, so really feel that opening through the front of your chest, through your forearms. Bring your hands down, maybe do those fists again, roll. Good. And shake it out. So we're gonna bring our hands to our knees. We're gonna do those seated cat-cows one more time. So inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Inhale. And we're gonna do the opposite direction here. This is a really big movement, and I feel it in my hips and my shoulders and my back, and so that's why I like to do this movement with both legs crossed in the front. That might have been more than 3. We'll come back to our center. Reach your arms up. Exhale, fingertips gonna come in front of you. This same thing. The opposite leg is in front. You're gonna feel the stretch a little bit more on the other hip. So we're gonna walk our hands forward here. Notice the difference in each side of the body. Just allow the tension that you feel to just be there. Sit with it and breathe into it. Again, we're gonna hold here for about a minute, so really soften through the hips, through the back. Notice when the sensations change and where they move. From here, drop your head down. You can feel that move from your low back to your upper back, to your neck. As you inhale, gently walk your hands back up. And sit up nice and tall. Take one more deep breath here. Next, we're going to move on to our hands and our knees. So bring your hands directly beneath your shoulders, knees directly beneath your hips. As you exhale, we're going to round, bring the belly button up towards the spine, drop the head and the hips. Inhale, reverse the motion, drop the belly down, lift through the chest, lift the hips. Move with your breath, arching, rounding. Pausing in those spots that feel especially good. I'm going to gently come to a neutral spine. We're going to do some really big circles here. So we're going to come forward, round our hips, come all the way forward. You're just going to kind of move your hips, your knees, your shoulders. And then go back in the opposite direction one more time. I don't know if you can hear it, but my body kind of sounds like Rice Krispies. That's okay. And then we'll come back to our center. Maybe do a couple more here, rounding and arching. Good. Coming back to a neutral spine. We're actually going to walk our hands back a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of wrist stretches. We spend a lot of time on our devices, on computers, on iPads or phones, and so we worked on our neck a little bit, and now we're going to work on just the forearms, the wrists, that sort of thing. So we're going to take our hands, I'll turn towards you, and bring your fingertips and point them towards your knee. Place your palms down on the ground. So this might be really intense for you. If it is, stay here. If you could stay here all day, I'm going to slowly sit back. And I might not sit back a lot, I might just lean back and kind of move side to side, opening the front of your wrists here. Okay, as you inhale, we'll lean forward, release your hands, shake it out, stretch your fingers, wiggle your fingers. And we'll do the same thing but opposite. So we're going to have the top of our hands on the mat, fingertips pointed towards us again. So again, same thing. If you could be here all day and you don't feel anything, You can slowly start to lean back. I feel this all the way up my forearms. Just rock side to side. Feel it on the outside and the inside. And we'll slowly come back up. Roll those wrists, shake it out. We're going to come back onto our hands and our knees, so hopefully your wrists feel nice and open. Plant your hands, knees hip width distance apart. We're going to walk our hands forward just a tiny bit. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades in. Tuck your toes here. As you inhale, we're going to lift our knees, squeeze your belly in, bring those knees to your belly. Lift your hips, keep your knees bent. Walk your feet out a little bit, hip width distance apart. Bend one knee, straighten the other. Just begin to pedal out your feet here. Press into the hands, ears between the biceps, hips reach up nice and high. Coming into our first down dog. Bring your feet a little bit wider to the edges of the mat. And we're going to bend one knee and drop the hips to one side. So you're opening a side body. Switch sides, back and forth here. And we'll come back to our center, press back, reach your heels back. We're going to walk your feet forward in between your hands. So as you come up, we're going to just drop your head, drop your shoulders, find your elbows, rock side to side here. Coming into a nice forward fold. So we're stretching through the back, the neck, the hamstrings. From here, bend your knees a lot, arms come out to the sides, pump the legs to come up, arms reach all the way up. Palms come together, hands come to your heart center. So we're going to just do a couple more upper body stretches here, opening. So reach your arms up, interlace your fingers, and release the palms up towards the sky here. Open through the chest, through the heart. Exhale, arms come down to the sides, shake it out. Then we're going to interlace our hands behind our backs. Lift your hands up, squeeze your shoulder blades together, relax your shoulders back and down, lift those hands, opening through the chest. Exhale, release, shake it out. Do one more here. So we're going to interlace the hands and press the palms away from you. So we want to kind of round the back here, drop your head, bring your shoulder blades away from each other, create space between the shoulder blades. Exhale, release your arms once again, shake it out. I'm going to come back to the top of our mat. Inhale, arms come up towards the sky. Exhale, release the hands, lead with the chest, lower all the way down. Bend one knee, straighten the other here, kind of shake it out. We're going to plant our hands and walk your feet back. And we're just going to find our knees wide to the edges of the mat. Bring your toes together, sit your hips back on your heels. Walk your arms forward. Drop your forehead down to the mat, coming into a child's pose. So from here, reach your arms forward, open through the back, relax here. As you inhale, slowly walk your fingertips back up. We're going to make our way onto a seated position. And we're going to come back down to lying down on our backs. So bring your feet onto the mat. Arms out to the sides, use your belly, allow yourself to roll all the way down, nice and slow. Keep your heels on the floor. Exhale, relax. Bring your feet about hip width distance apart, knees up towards the sky. Close your eyes here for just a moment. Take a moment to check in with your body. And then bring your feet wide to the edges of the mat. We're going to drop your knees from side to side here. Nice gentle twist. We'll do one more time on each side. And then from here, if you have blocks in your way, you might need to push them out of the way like me. We're going to extend your arms out to the sides. Bring your knees into your chest again. And as you exhale, we're going to drop the knees over to one side, gaze towards the other. Inhale back to center. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale back to your center. Hug those knees into your chest. Rock side to side. And we're going to prepare for our Shavasana, our final resting posture. So from here, we'll go ahead and extend your legs down the mat. Allow your feet to fall open. Arms come out to the sides. Close your eyes here. Take one nice deep inhale. Nice big exhale. So from here, we're going to check back in with our body, but this time we're going to relax the body completely. So Shavasana is where our body absorbs the benefits of all of the postures. So stay connected to your breath as we move throughout the body. So notice how your feet are feeling. Maybe wiggle your toes. Allow your feet to soften and to relax. Move up to the ankles, the calves, the shins. Just allow your entire lower leg to soften and relax. Again, coming up to your knee, your thighs, the inside, the outside, the fronts and the backs. Allow your legs, your entire leg to become heavy. Allow it to melt into the earth. Relax through your hips, your pelvis, your glutes, your entire lower body, just feeling calm and relaxed. Next, we'll move to the low back and the belly, the chest and the upper back. Allow them to soften. Soften through your shoulders, your upper arms. Relax the elbows, the forearms. Relax through your wrists and your hands, each and every single finger. Take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, release through the mouth and just allow your entire upper body to soften, to relax, to let go. Then moving here to the head, the neck, the eyes, the ears, the shoulders, the mouth, the nose. Allow your entire head to just become heavy, to be relaxed. Feel the sensations in your body. Feel any tension in your body. Just observe and allow. On your next exhale, allow everything to let go completely. Feel your body simply melt into the earth. And then begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Roll your wrists and your ankles. Maybe opening your eyes if you're ready, or keeping them closed. Reach your arms up above your head. Stretch nice and tall here. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. And then as you exhale, roll to one side one more time. Gently press yourself up to a seated position. Bring your hands back to your knees. Inhale, reach your arms up. Palms come together, hands come to your heart. Take this moment to send gratitude, love, and light to your body, to your mind, and your spirit. Thank you for joining me in your practice today, joining me on your journey. Namaste. I hope all of you have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon.